fast guy. K-Series my ass. Barely B.
Barely beat.
So we got another
weed whacker.
Another weed whacker to work on. This is another one of our friends, Jordan's car. He just got this one like a week ago. But supposedly he was getting a reliable car, and the reliable car isn't so reliable.
It'll be after we're done with it.
Yeah, once we're done with it, yeah, it'll be reliable. So this one's gonna need a clutch. Tony's gonna take this one apart. Well, we'll both take it apart. We're gonna see how fast we can take it apart, because I remember these coming apart really easy. So I think we could take this thing apart in like 20-30 minutes.
I think so too.
So we'll probably set up the camera and see how quick we could do it. Another thing, once we get this one taken apart and make sure that it's all just a clutch related issue, we're gonna finally pull in my Z and see if we can get the transmission mount situated today. Dang, only one jack stand needed. Hey, you know what? We can put the other jack stand in. Alright guys, so we're about to get started. We have the car jacked up now, the wheels off, and we're gonna get started and see how long this takes. It shouldn't take too long, but yeah. We'll get to this and we'll time it and see how long it takes. What time it is? It is, damn, 12:59. We'll see what time it is when we, yeah. So yeah, let's say 1 o'clock. We'll see how long it takes. $124. Took us 24 minutes to get the transmission out of this thing. I don't know how long it normally takes people, but I'd say that's pretty quick.
Is that gonna be somebody? I could do it in
10 minutes. Do it, bro. Do it. But I mean, whoever worked on this before kind of helped us, because all the freaking bolts were loose.
Yeah. All of them.
Literally, like more than half of the bolts were loose. So
I can vouch they were loose.
Yeah. So Jordan, it's a good thing that this clutch went out, because you know, maybe you would have been driving one day and something would have fallen off this car. Like the tie rod bolts were all loose, the control arms were loose, everything was freaking loose.
Hondas.
Yeah, and I wouldn't want to like rag on like other, I guess, car people, but man, like it's like the Honda ones always get the worst, like the worst rep. But because they do stuff like this, if you don't know what you're doing, bring it to us. Simple as that. So now I'm gonna take this car out, now that we know what's wrong with this Focus, so that they can bring us parts for it. And we're gonna put my Z up on the lift finally, so we can make the transmission mount. Long time coming, but finally gonna do it.
There you go. Put some.
Dang, dude, my car looks filthy. Pobre yonke. Dale. Can't even see. Tony's finishing putting the transmission back together, and gonna see if that takes care of the problem, which should. I got my transmission. I guess I got the engine of the transmission where I think it's gonna end up sitting. I moved these brackets over a little bit so I could get the engine as far back as I could, and using the Z32 bracket, I already made some marks on here. You can see those barely, but those marks right there are where I'm gonna drill holes. And this should sit somewhere around there once I drill the holes out. And then there's gonna be some type of rubber or something going in between there to hold the transmission pretty much where it's at right now. But we gotta drill these holes out so we can bolt this up and then get something up in between here and set the transmission down. That way we can measure up the drive shaft length. That's one hole drilled out, one down, and 2 more to go. So I got all the holes drilled out. Looks like a crap load of holes in here now, but if I show you guys up on the car, it makes a lot more sense. So it should go, let's see, somewhere like that. Those 2 holes there. This one ended up being kind of big, but it's okay. We could just use a big washer. And this one is almost on there. Just need to open up the holes a little bit more, more towards the back, I think, a little bit. But that was the first attempt, and it came out pretty close. We'll just open up these holes a little bit more. This one is open up these a little bit more towards the back, and maybe this one just open up one of them a little bit more, but that's that factory hole, this one right here. So now I got the mount bolted up. I had to open up the holes just a little bit more, so I'm just gonna need some washers to put in there on both sides, but it's pretty much almost there. Really close. I just need to get a mount now to put in between here, and that should be it. Thank you to Mark. He's the one that did this Z32 mount. May not look the prettiest with all these holes here, but it works. Another one down. This one's all done now. One just gotta take it for a drive, but hopefully everything is good. Maybe we'll even get a race between this one and the white Civic, the one with the V16. So it'll be a V20B versus a V16A. Maybe, we'll see, hopefully. So now I found a piece of wood over there. You can see that 2x4, and I broke a piece off and it just fits perfectly right there, but that's not obviously how the mount's gonna be. It's just to hold it in place for now so that I could see where it was gonna sit, because this should be about what the thickness of the mount's gonna be. But I mean, it's just gonna work for mock-up purposes. And now I got tons of space right here on the oil pan too. It's crazy. When before I didn't have any space. All right, so the next thing we had going on was trying to figure out the starter situation, which looks very, very tight. And from what it's looking like, we're gonna have to bang this guy out right here. Alright guys, so the lighting's better now, but you can see how close the transmission is to this side of the tunnel right here. And I took the little heat shield off the starter. Oh god. But I don't know if I can do this with one hand. There's just no way. No way that's gonna fit like that. So we're gonna have to figure out what we're gonna have to bang out right here for it to fit, or cut something out. I don't think you gotta cut it out. Maybe you can just hammer the shit out of it. But anyways, next step, figuring out the starter. Alright guys, so it's been like a week since the last little clip that I had recorded. The Z's back over here. We got a little backed up with work that we had to take care of, so the Z got taken off the lift real quick. But now that, you know, we're waiting for parts for all these cars, so until any of those parts show up, I'm gonna do something about the starter situation. And I had some time to think about it, and I really am tired of taking this engine out, like engine and transmission out, so I'm not gonna bang the firewall right there. I'm just gonna cut it. Maybe it's easier, I mean, it's easier to cut it. Probably would be the better way to take everything out and bang it out, but I'm just gonna cut it, and wherever I cut, I'm gonna make something to cover that hole again. So I'm gonna push this thing back in and see what I can do about that area for the starter. Alright guys, like, we got the car in. I'm cleaning it all out because I had all the trash in here from when we moved. It was still in here, so most of this is trash anyways. Once I went through it, I was like, maybe I should just get rid of all this. Most of it's junk anyways. But anyways, I know I said I was gonna do the starter. It's gonna be cutting a section out right there. But what I really want to do right now is, Tony got these slicks, and I want to try them on, see how they fit on my car. I just want to see how they look, because if they look pretty decent, I might end up getting some like these as well. So we'll try these on real quick and see what they look like. Dang. Smaller tire, it would look sick. Damn guys, that looks pretty good. So here's what it looks like, guys. If I jack it up just a little bit, maybe if it was just a tiny bit higher, but I think right there, maybe a little bit taller would look good. I'm liking how they look. Probably gonna end up getting some wheels like this, or just something similar. They're super light. In the future, like after this whole like swap stuff is done, I'm gonna do all the suspension and brakes as well. So coilovers is something else that's gonna be going on. So we'll be able to mess with the height. Right now, well, since I had the car, it's always just had lowering springs. Wherever it's at, that's what it's gonna be, and it's always been super low. But anyways guys, it's gonna be it for this one. I know that I said that I was gonna do something with the starter, cutting that section out to fit the starter, but that'll have to be for the next one. So until then, guys, hope you guys are enjoying these videos, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace.